What's good, everybody? My name is Mr. Peters. Today's video, we're going to be talking about synthetic division. So I'm going to show you guys how to do synthetic division. So in the problem number one, guys, what we have to understand is that we're going to set this problem up, right? And what we need to understand is that when we use synthetic division, we're going to rewrite our coefficients, right? Numbers in front of the variable. So we have 4, -5, and -21, right? So we rewrite coefficients with no exponents. Then we need to understand, hey, what are we dividing our polynomial, our function by, right? And we're dividing by x minus 3. So when we talk about synthetic division, guys, we're going to set x minus 3 is equal to 0. And once we solve, right, we're going to get x is equal to 3. So this is the number that we're actually going to divide by. So we're going to put it up here at top. So with this process of synthetic division, right, we set our factor x minus 3 equal to 0. That's how we got positive 3. And then we rewrote our coefficients from the polynomial. Now, the next thing we want to do is bring down the first term. And what we're going to do at this step is we're going to multiply and add. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 4, and whatever our answer is, we're going to put that under -5 and then add the 2. So at this step, we have 12, and when I add -5 and 12, I'm going to get positive 7. And then to finish off the problem, when we talk about synthetic division, we're going to redo those steps again. So I do 3 times 7, I get 21. And once we add these two, we're going to get 0. So let's focus on 0 real quick, guys. So when we have 0, guys, this means that there is no remainder, okay? And with that being said, if there's a number that is greater than 1, then that means that the problem has a remainder and that x minus 3 is not a factor for it, okay? So please understand that. So now that we finished the problem, right? Now what we have to do is think about the exponents or the variables. So our final answer would be 4x plus 7. And for those of you guys that's wondering, hey, Mr. Peters, what happened to the x squared term? So, guys, just understand when we talk about dividing exponents with the same base, right? We know that for our answer to be 4x squared, that means we have to multiply 4x and then x. That's how we get the squared term, right? If 4x plus 7, if we had 4x squared, once we multiply by x minus 3, guys, we're going to get 4x to the third power. So that's one of the very small tricks. Try not to forget those exponents when we're talking about the variables as well, okay? So let's go on to another problem. And in our second problem, we're going to do the same steps, but we're going to speed it up a little bit faster now just to make sure that everyone understands what's going on. So, like I said, first step, we're going to rewrite our polynomial, our function, without the exponents and variables. And just remember, if you see something like x, right, just understand that its coefficient is 1. So we have 1, 2, -5, and -6. And the number that we're dividing by, right, we're going to set our factor x minus 2 is equal to 0. So once we set this factor equal to 0 and we solve for x, we know that x is now equal to positive 2. All right. So at this step now, we could fill that 2 in. And what I want to do now is let's go through and solve. So we're going to bring down our first term, and now we're going to start to multiply and add. So when I multiply 2 times 1, right, let's draw our arrows. I'm going to get 2 as an answer. Now I'm going to add both of those 2's, and I'm going to get 4. And guys, typically we're going to repeat this process when we're talking about synthetic division. So we've done the first multiplication and add. Now we're going to do the same thing again. So I multiply 2 times 4 to get 8, and I add -5 and +8 to get 3. And at our final step, what we're going to notice is that this problem as well will not have a remainder. All right. So now when we think about it, right, is our answer going to start off with x to the third power, or is it going to be x to the second power? What do you guys think? Exactly, right? So based on that first problem, guys, we know that 3 is going to be our constant term, right? This is another way to remember. So 0 serves as our remainder, and then it's going to go in order. We have our constant term, our x to the first power, x to the second power. So that's another way to always remember your power slash exponent. Start off with your remainder and then work your way up and understand that the exponents are going to continue to go up, okay? So that's another trick for you guys. So now we're going to rewrite our answer and we're going to have x squared plus 4x plus 3, right? So that's going to be our final answer. And before I give you this very helpful tip, before we wrap it up, if you found this video to be helpful, we're going to ask that you smash the like button for us and subscribe to our channel for future videos. So, very last tip I want to give you guys. Let's say that we had a remainder of 10 in this problem, right? Let's just say we had a remainder of 10. How would we write the answer? This is one way that you could do it. So you're going to write the same trinomial over, right? And if we have a remainder, what we're going to do is we're going to put our remainder over what we divided by. So we divided by x minus 2, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to put the remainder at the end and then put it all over x minus 2. So, quick introduction on synthetic division for you guys. Hope you found it helpful. This is Algebra with Mr. Peters. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy this video as well. Thank you for watching.